friends, welcome back to my channel. Thought I would dig through my craft room this morning and create an original spring wreath idea. Now the whole idea started with this package of cute napkins I picked up at Dollar Tree last week. It's some of their 2020 spring decor, and they have dish towels and pot holders and lots of things with this design, but I just thought it was darling. Hello Spring with the wheelbarrow and the flowers. This wreath will cost you $3 or $4. It just depends on what you have in your stash. I hope you'll just take my ideas and adapt it to things that you have and can make it work, and I can inspire you in some way. So you'll need $1 worth of flowers and then some ribbon of your choice for a bow. Now here is the stuff I had in my stash that I'm going to create my wreath with. I have just a scrap piece of wood I'm going to decoupage the napkin design on. And then for my wreath form, you could use one of these plastic flying discs from the Dollar Tree, but I thought I would save it because I'm going to be covering the ring up anyway, and I thought, you know, why don't I just trace it out of cardboard and save my ring. But you could use a wire form, any kind of ring you can come up with. Now since I'm covering it, like I said, I just took some cotton fabric I had and ripped it up into 1-inch strips to kind of create a fabric ribbon. You could certainly just spray paint your wreath form or your plastic ring. There's lots of options you could do to get your wreath covered. But I like that homespun farmhouse look, so I just thought this would just add another texture to the wreath and thought it would be pretty. The first thing I need to do to get started is to paint my scrap piece of wood, and I'm going to paint it the apple barrel china blue. 50 cents Walmart, and I chose that color because it coordinates with these napkins, the Hello Spring. So I'll get my wood painted and I'll be back. All right, my piece of wood is dry now and I'm ready to move on. And I unfolded this napkin, and I want you to know that most napkins are 2-ply, which means you've got just a white underneath part. I'm going to separate the two pieces of napkin, and then I'm going to cut out one of the rectangles, and I'm going to Mod Podge it onto the wood. Just take your glue mixture and go under and over, and then I'm going to let that dry. All right, before I glue my napkin down, I just wanted to also tell you that I took some sandpaper and kind of distressed my piece of wood just so it wouldn't be so solid and flat looking. If you don't have any decoupage glue like Mod Podge, you can always make your own, and it works really well. Any kind of school glue you have, Elmer's or even cheaper stuff. And the recipe is 2 to 1. If you do 2 tablespoons of glue, then do 1 tablespoon of water. Mix it up really well, and it works just as good as Mod Podge. All right, while my napkin is drying, that's going to take a little while before I can actually handle it. I'm going to take my fabric ribbon, and I'm just going to cover my cardboard ring. You could use regular ribbon, burlap, whatever you have, but I like the look of this fabric wrap. Now my wood part is dry enough for me to handle, but the napkin part is still bubbly and very delicate, so I don't want to touch that. So I'm just going to position my big wood piece where I want it to be on my ring, something like that, and I'm just going to hot glue it down. All right, let me show you how I'm going to make my bow. I only had 4 foot of ribbon, and this is a good way to kind of fake a bow when you're limited on ribbon. Took my 4 feet and I cut them into 1 foot pieces, and this is actually going to be the tail of my bow. I dovetailed the ends of it so it will look like the tails. All right, the other 3 pieces I'm going to hot glue into loops. I'm going to stack the loops and then take my fabric piece that matches my ring and cinch all 3 loops in the center. All right, let me show you my bow here. Those are my 3 loops cinched in the center with the fabric, and then I'm going to hot glue it on top of those fake tails like that. Right now I'm going to do is I'm going to take my $1 worth of flowers, and I'm just going to play around and arrange some, kind of going in an arch a little bit, and then I'm going to hot glue my bow on there once I get my flowers placed, and then I'll be ready to show you. All right friends, I got it hanging here on the inside garage door. As much light on it as I can so you can see it, but I love the flowers arched around the wreath like that, and I love how the little bow turned out and the little rustic napkin sign. Now with my piece of wood being as heavy as it is, I had to offset my hanger just for balance reasons, but I kind of like it like that. I think it looks really cute. Like I said earlier, I hope you'll take my ideas and make them your own, and you can have yourself a really cute spring wreath for just a few dollars. Thanks so much for watching, and I'll be back in a few days. Bye-bye.